flying around in the shot. Today on Well Built Home, the subject we're going to unpack is doors and drawers. What are you doing?
Unpacking doors and drawers. Let's take a look at a well-built door. You'll notice that this door is made out of 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the center panel is dadoed into the side rails. A dado is a slot made into the side rail that the center panel fits into. You'll notice here that we have a hardwood side rail and an MDF center panel. So here I've got 3 good quality doors. And the way we can tell they're decent quality is you flip them over, you can see that there's this recessed panel, which means that it's a 5-piece door. Now there's no guarantees that it's all hardwood, but there's a really good chance that it is. And if you want to know for sure, remove a hinge and take a look inside, and if you can see real wood grain, you know that at least the rails are hardwood. Okay, let's take a look at 2 of the more affordable options. This is painted MDF. The face is routed in, and you can tell because if you flip it over, there's no panel. This is a 1-piece door. And this is a vinyl wrapped MDF door. You can tell it's 1 piece because it's a single panel on the back. And again, if you remove a hinge, you can see the MDF inside. If you know you're paying for a vinyl wrapped MDF door, that's fine. But what we've seen in our area is nice maple boxes and shelves with cheap vinyl wrapped MDF doors. And in these cases, I think that the builder is trying to trick the client into thinking that they're buying a better kitchen than they're actually paying for. So these doors look the same, but they're not. We just want to make sure that you know what to look for.
Because actually, it'd be pretty sad if you thought you bought a high-end kitchen and you ended up with this. Okay, all right, we get it, we get it.
Now, let's take a look at drawers. So when I look at this drawer, the first thing I think, well, this is all flat, so is that MDF, as we talked about in materials, or is that a solid piece of maple? Now, a really good comparison is if we have real wood doors, there's a good chance that that drawer face is also going to be real wood, but if you want to know for sure, you might need to ask your realtor. Now, most people can't afford a solid maple dovetailed drawer like this. But let's take a look at what Andrea could afford when she renovated this kitchen. This here is a pretty standard drawer. It's made out of particle board. I can tell by looking at the back. The bottom, it's a bit thin. I'd like to see something a little bit thicker, but you know, it's 10 years old. It's lasted quite nicely. Now, since this drawer was built, a lot of new machinery and computers have been introduced into the cabinet building world. So you'll start to see the drawer bottoms notched into the side rails and things like that, which I'd like to see in a newer kitchen. But overall, given its age, that's a nice, solid drawer. A quick look at the hardware, and we can see that this is not a slow close drawer glide. And that's fine. It doesn't indicate whether the home is built well or not. So that's drawer glides. Andrea, why don't you show them some hinges?
So this is about a $5 hinge. I can feel that it's flimsy just by holding it. This one here feels much more sturdy. And this is a good quality hinge. It'll run you about $12. This one feels about the same as this one in sturdiness, but this is what all the fuss is about. This is the slow close hinge, and it will run you about 20 bucks. So to sum up, remove, inspect, handle, and test. This house was built in 1974. We renovated it almost 10 years ago. And this home is really well built. It might even outlast
some of the new stuff we've seen being built today. I mean, it's handled your 4 little for this long.
What? You just said angels.
Yeah, I said angels.
If you like our videos, hit the subscribe button below.
Nothing bad will happen.